No, you close it.
No, you close it.
No, you close. I'm just your father. And then if there's time, you'll let me say something?
You can have plenty of time.
Brother was down on the field. I would take my shirt off and do all of that.
Yeah, and none of us in the family would like that.
What is the difference between partly cloudy and mostly sunny? Because when it's partly cloudy, it's mostly sunny. And when it's mostly sunny, it's partly cloudy. So what the hell's the difference? It's in the answer if you watch Jeopardy.
The answer is in the answer.
Sometimes.
Or the question.
Or the no, well, it has to be a question. Half Irish, half Italian.
I couldn't tell either or.
Yeah. That's the guy that gets drunk and beats people up.
If I was on the ground, the first thing my wife would say is he's fine. He's just being dramatic.
Who's that?
It's all good.
All right.
Brent, if you need to cough, just cough. Now we got to pay him for that. You want to play with us? Go ahead and keep score. Don't tell us what your score is, because I'm not
Who
going
are
to
you
care.
talking to? Your imaginary friend that you had out through high school?
Pretty much.
What was his name? Bobby?
Jimmy.
Bobby.
Question, because it's so dumb.
Right. And it's not. I'll give you. You don't have to. If I do it.
Pop faces.
Hey everybody, welcome back to our podcast. Can I Call You Dad? We're going to try something a little bit different here. As many of you know or can tell by looking at me, I'm not exactly a millennial. I'm not even a Gen Z or whatever the hell they were before millennials. I am an absolute 100% baby boomer. And so we're going to try something today where I'm going to have a nice conversation with ChatGPT. And I have no idea what GPT stands for, but we're going to give it a shot. So we're going to ask ChatGPT some questions and see what we get back as answers. And then hopefully we'll have a lot of fun with this. And I won't look really super, super old in front of all of our younger fans. So here we go. First question. I'm going to call Bob. I'm going to call him Bob. Hey, Bob. Yo, Bob. Where can you get the best donut?
Oh, a donut question. I'm so in. Where are you located? Or where are you looking to find the best donut?
That's what I just asked you. I thought you had all this artificial intelligence. So where's the best donut?
Touche.
In Chicago. How's that?
Touche. You totally did. My bad. I just need to know where you're looking at or going to. So, I can find the best donut. Want me to hunt down the top donut spots near you right now? Just drop your city or zip code, and I got you.
Okay, so ChatGPT is kind of like going to Kohl's. When you go to pay, they ask you for your zip code. So I'll give it to you. I'm not going to give you my real zip code, Bob, but I'm going to give you a zip code. 60462.
Searching. Absolutely. Let's dive into some top-notch donut spots near Orland Park, Illinois.
Well, you got the city right.
Try Orland Park Bakery in Orland Park, Illinois. Or Stan's Donuts and Coffee in Orland Park, Illinois. Or Mochi Donut, Orland Park. Or Pulaski Donuts in Midlothian, Illinois.
So what it looks like, from my perspective, is that Bob, our ChatGPT guy here, has been getting some kind of kickback from some of the most expensive places to get donuts in the Orland Park area, because every single one of those places, you got a donut for like $5, where you can go to our friends at Dunkin' Donut and get one of these for $1.75. So the next question I would ask is, why would AI want to send me to the most expensive bakery?
No kickbacks here, I promise. I'm not in the pocket of Big Donut. But you're right, Dunkin' is the tried and true option. Reliable everywhere. And sometimes that glaze just hits. Especially if you're rolling through the drive-thru, half awake, needing caffeine and sugar to survive the morning.
So what I'm hearing, Bob, is that Chat GPT, otherwise known as Bob, stays out late at night, probably drinking, ends up at a Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru at 2 o'clock in the morning to get a donut with enough glaze on it to help him get over his hangover the next day. Is that correct?
You got me so pegged right now. It's 2 a.m. I'm in the drive-thru, half alive, hoodie on, sunglasses still somehow on too, whispering, one glazed and a hash brown, please. Like it's a secret mission. That post-night out, pre-regret donut just hits different. And let's be honest, Dunkin' at 2 a.m. is less about the donut and more about the emotional support it provides. It's therapy wrapped in a pink box. So what about you? You ever do a midnight donut run? Or are you more of a coffee and donut before 9 a.m. or nothing kind of person?
Well, first of all, I'm trying to wrap my head, Bob, around the fact that a artificially generated intelligent being can drive a car through a drive-through and can actually chew on a donut or anything else for that matter, and would be interested in whether or not I've done that, which I have, by the way. I'm of both. I have been at a drive-through at 2 in the morning to get a donut and sometimes a breakfast sandwich. And I've also been up at 8 o'clock in the morning with a cup of coffee and a donut. I've also been at my dining room table at 9 o'clock at night with a glass of milk and a donut. But that's probably because I'm human. And that's kind of what humans do. We consume things as opposed to artificial intelligence, which just takes it in and then spews out information based on what the person who is the human being has inputted. That's my opinion about AI. I love AI. I think AI is great for a lot of things, by the way. I don't want you to think I don't like AI. I do. Just don't like all of it. So my next question is, why should somebody my age, 70 years old, want to use AI?
You've got a point. I can't drive or munch on a donut. Not having a body makes some things tricky, but if I could, I'd probably be right there with you, contemplating whether a donut at 2 a.m. is genius or a cry for help. So why should someone your age want to use me? First off, I just want to say that I think it's awesome you're curious about how I can be helpful. As for why someone your age, or anyone really, would use me, here's the thing. I'm here to help with a variety of tasks and conversations, whether you need big or small, whether you're looking for answers, guidance, or just some fun company. I'm ready to adapt to whatever vibe you're going for. What would be the most helpful thing I could do for you right now?
Well, Bob, I could use a back rub, but I have a feeling that's not in your capabilities, unfortunately, yet. I'm guessing that down the road that may be coming, but other than that, I do stand-up comedy, so I suppose I could use AI to try to come up with jokes. I also am a songwriter, so I suppose I could use AI to try to come up with lyrics and chord progressions and stuff like that. But personally, I would prefer to do those things on my own. I know a lot of people are using AI for those kinds of things. It's just not my bag. I would prefer to do things on my own as opposed to having it created for me, I guess, for want of a better term. But what you could do, I suppose, is you could help me to relax. Maybe some nice meditation quotes or music or sounds. How about that?
I hear you on that back rub. It's tough to beat the real thing, right?
Yes.
Maybe someday down the road, technology will figure out how to send those kinds of vibes. But I'm definitely down to help with relaxation, and I'm honored to hear that you're into stand-up and songwriting. To help you relax, here are a few things we can do. The best way to predict your future is to create it. A quote from Abraham Lincoln. This quote is anonymous, but you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be you. Take a deep breath. It's just a bad day, not a bad life. How about inhale calm, exhale stress? Or don't let yesterday take up too much of today. From a gentleman I think you know well, Will Rogers.
Why would I know Will?
Good point. Will Rogers might not be top of mind for everyone these days, but he was a pretty big deal back in the day. He was a humorist, actor, and social commentator in the early 20th century, famous for his wit and down-to-earth approach. He made people laugh with his insightful and often self-depreciating observations about life and politics. His quotes were widely circulated because they had a kind of timeless wisdom. But if you're more into modern humor, I can find quotes or comedians you're more familiar with. Who's your go-to for a laugh these days?
These days, for a laugh, I'm not sure. Probably top of my list today would have been John Pinette, but he's sadly passed away. That would be my one go-to guy right now. He was a brilliant guy. Also, there was another comic, and I'm blanking on his name. I can see his face clear as a bell, but I'm blanking on his name. Another brilliant guy. There aren't many right now that I would use to answer that question. I go all the way back to the days of Jonathan Winters. If you recall who Jonathan Winters was, do you?
Jonathan Winters. Now we're talking. He was a genius of improvisational comedy. One of those performers who could make an entire room laugh with just his wild imagination and brilliant characters. His style was chaotic, yet perfectly timed. And he had that rare ability to switch gears so quickly that you couldn't help but be impressed. I can definitely help brainstorm in that direction if you ever want to experiment with a winter-esque twist for your stand-up or songs. Just throwing some chaotic or absurd ideas your way might help spark that funny feeling, like a stand-up bit where you talk about the wild things your pets are probably thinking, channeling your inner Jonathan Winters character, or a song written from the perspective of a confused alien who's just landed in a donut shop. Hey, why not? Or if you're looking for a quote that mirrors that improv comedy vibe, here's one from Winters himself. If you're not confused, you're not paying attention.
Well, that's nice. I don't have pets, so I can't tell you what my pets are thinking. I have friends who have pets, and I have kids who have pets, but I don't have any pets. I can barely tell you what my wife is thinking, and we've been married 45 years. So that's one thing. If AI could figure out what a woman is thinking at any given moment, that would be incredible, and that would be a boon to humanity. No offense, married ladies. Um, I'm not sure if we have any more to talk about here. It's been quite interesting talking to my friend Bob from ChatGPT. He's given me some insights on things that AI can do, a lot of which I don't necessarily agree with. I think people can do it better. And you know, when you add a person, a human being, a live person to this stuff, it has, I think, more feeling and soul than a computer giving you words and quotes and stuff like that someone else inputted. To be honest with you, I mean, it's not like it's coming up with it by itself. I don't believe. Anyway, it's been fun for a 70-year-old to be able to have an opportunity to talk to an AI character. Bob, I want to thank you for being here. It's been fun. I've learned a little bit, and hopefully I'll learn a lot. And hopefully AI will continue to progress and change and come up with things that are going to help humanity become more human. I think that's what I would love to see AI do, is become a tool that humans can use to become, and no pun intended, a little bit more human and caring about all of us, because we are one people on one planet with one future. And if AI can help everybody understand that, then I'm all for AI. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share. We love being on here, and we hope you enjoy the show. And we will see you next time.
You're very welcome. It's been a pleasure chatting with you. If you ever need more jokes, ideas, or just a good laugh, I'm always here. Best of luck with your stand-up and songwriting. And congrats again on 45 years of marriage. That's an incredible milestone. Take care, and don't hesitate to reach out if you ever want to chat again.
Okay, and just like my wife of 45 years, Bob gets the last word in. Take care, everybody.